Now let's look at these sums that are given in your textbook. Sum number 3 says, it's not sum number 3, it's sum number 2. Sum number 2 says, add the following by suitable arrangements. I am doing part A and part C. It's going to be very interesting once you understand the 3 sums. I am giving only part B for homework. Try it. It's very simple, it's very easy. I am doing the difficult sums. Once you understand them, you will be able to do the easier one. Now they have given 4 numbers to be added, and here also 4 numbers to be added. Now what I need to look at, if I had to individually sit and add these numbers, it's going to take me a lot of time. Because I have to add 437 to 680, get an answer. Then add that answer to 363, get an answer. Then add that answer to 220 to get my final answer. But there is also another way, like I have told you. You can add in any order, it doesn't make any difference. You can add these 2 numbers and get an answer. You can add these 2 numbers and get an answer. And the answers need to be added to get your final answer. But rearrangement is the method by which you try to find out an easier way of adding your sum faster. Now again, remember the digits that add up to give you 0. 1 added to 9 gives me a number ending with 0, that is 10. So does 2 and 8, so does 3 and 7, and so does 4 and 6. 5 does not. 5 only with 5 will give you a 0. So I look at the last digits, 7, 0, 3, 0. Now these 2 are ending with 0. But this is ending with 7 and 3, which will give me a number ending with 0. So I will take 437 and add it to 363. Remember, when you're doing it, tick mark the numbers. So I take 437 and I add it to 363. You must target your last digit. You must target your last digit and see the last digits that will add to give me a 0. Here 7 and 3 will add up to give 10, which will end with a 0. Now look at the other 2 numbers ending with 0, but in the tens place 8 is here, 2 is here. Again 8 plus 2 will give me 10, ending with a 0. So I will take this separately and I will take these 2 separately. So I take 680 with 220. Remember, I am adding these 2 numbers separately and these 2 numbers separately. The answers eventually again have to be added to get my final answer, because I have to add all the 4 numbers. Adding just these 2 numbers is not the answer. Adding just these 2 numbers is not the answer. All 4 have to be added. But here I am using the concept of rearrangement in order to make my calculation faster, simpler and accurate. Now let's add 7 plus 3, 10. 3 plus 1, 4 and 6, also 10. 4 plus 1, 5 and 3, 8. So here I get an answer 800. Now let's go this side. 0 and 0, 0. 8 and 2, 10. 6 and 1, 7. 7 and 2, 9. Work has become easier. Now I have 800 and 900. So I take 800 and I add it to 900. And my answer is 0, 0, 9 and 8, 17. 1700 is the answer. Had I done it by the regular method, also remember you need to tick mark the numbers that you have picked up to add. So, had I done it by regular method, that means I would have had to take 437, add it to 680, get an answer. Then add that answer to 363, get an answer. And then add that answer to 220 and get an answer which would be 1700. The answer would still remain the same. But here I am using the concept of rearrangement, that means arranging my numbers and adding them in such a way that I get in the last in the units place a 0. That helps me to calculate my answer faster. That is what rearrangement is about. They give you such numbers that can be rearranged and you will get the last digits adding up to get a 0 or a 10. So, even if you do it on a calculator or you do it mentally, the answer will still remain 1700. Let's look at the other number. So, I have 14,490, 888, 112, 581. Now, look at the last digits, 9, 8, 2, 1. So 9 can be combined with which digit to get me 10? Will it combine with 8? No, it will give me 17. Will it combine with 2? No, it will give me 11. Will it combine with 1? Yes, it will give me 10. So that's how you have to look at the last digit of the numbers, to combine them, to add them, so that in your units place you get a 0. That way you are cutting out your units calculation for yourself, because 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 added will give you 0. So I will combine 14,490 and 581. So 14,490 and 581, and I will add them. The other two, 888 and 112, 8 and 2 will combine to give me, or add to give me, a number that ends with a 0, that is 10. So yes, these two can be combined. So 888 can be added to 112. Now the answers of these will not be the final answer. The answers of these will have to be added together to get your final answer. So 9 plus 1, 10, 8 plus 2, also 10, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 and 5, 10, 4 and 1, 5 and 1. So here I get an answer, 15,000. Works out faster. Had you calculated it individually, mentally not possible, but naturally you have to add this to get an answer, then the answer to this to get an answer, then the answer to this to get your final answer. That is why rearrangement is taught to you. Now these rearrangements again have a name. They belong to a property, but we are not going into the details of those names and those properties. That will be taught to you in the higher classes. But right now what you need to know is how to rearrange your numbers so that they add up much more simpler, in a simpler way and a faster way. Now look at that one. 8 plus 2, 10. 8 plus 1, 9 and 1, 10. 8 plus 1, 9 and 1, 10. So here I get 1,000. Now to 15,000 I have to add 1,000. So 15,000 plus 1,000 gives me an answer of 0, 0, 0, 5 and 1, 6 and 1. 16,000. This is called rearrangement. That is why it says, the instruction says, add the following by suitable rearrangement. Suitable rearrangement. Suitable means what suits you. Whatever is comfortable with you. So what am I comfortable with? I am comfortable with putting numbers together in such a way that my work of calculating or adding becomes easier and simpler. Therefore, I arrange them or I add my numbers to other numbers in such a way that I get 0 numbers, which then add up to get my answer faster. Now, even on the calculator, if you add these 4 numbers on the calculator, the answer will still be 16,000. But here what we have done, we have rearranged them, we put them in such an order. Always target your last digit. Look at your last digit and ask yourself which 2 digits added will give me a number ending with 0. And remember, as I have told you, 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. They all add up to give 10 with the digit 0 ending in its number. 5 has to be added to 5 to get a number ending with 0, that is 10. So these two sums have to be taken down into your